All right, so in this next video, we are going to look at your next tune, which is High Road to Gairloch. So let's go ahead and take a look at the sheet music and see what we have for technique before we get started. All right, so we can see in the first line here, we have a C doubling there in the second bar, followed by an E grace note down to low A. In the third bar, we have this little section here with a D throw going into the 16th notes, another D throw, and going all the way down to low G, followed by the B doubling, again going down to low G with an E grace note, and then finishing with a D throw. So this is a section we're going to look at a little more in depth later, but it is a very problematic section overall for people when they're first learning this tune. So we're going to definitely spend some time looking at that on its own. Going forward, let's go ahead and look at the second line here. Really just C doublings again, and you have got a B doubling there at the end of the bar with a low G tap down to low A, again, like you've seen a few times now. In the second part of the tune, which is lines 3 and 4, we've got a lot of C doubling. So there's going to be a lot of starting off a C doubling, going down to low A and back up. Okay, so like in the second bar of the third line, we have 2 C doublings almost back to back with an E grace note going down to low A there in between. And we got a phrase following there with the D throw in that second to last bar, and the last bar of the line, 2 D throws back to back. The last line is almost a repeat of the third line, finishing with that same ending phrase from the first part. So let's go ahead and hear how it sounds at 50 beats per minute. All right, so let's look at some of these sections that may prove to be problematic for you. So let's look at first exercise 1 on the next page here. So we have this section with the C doublings. Okay, so it's going to be important to really emphasize in your practice separating the grace notes in your doublings in general. Okay, so here in this section, we're really going to want to watch out for having nice and open doublings here. So just making sure you have enough space between the 2 grace notes of the doubling. Okay, and then we're focusing on it also because it's got that E grace note down to low A, and the E grace note can sometimes be more problematic for people because we don't often use the E grace note quite as much as we do the G grace note. So let me go ahead and play it for you without the metronome first, and then we'll do it with metronome. And with the metronome. All right, so let's look at exercise 2 now. And this exercise is included because we have 2 D throws almost back to back, separated by that E grace note going down to B. And again, the E grace note is a little bit problematic sometimes for people because we don't play it quite as much as the G. So let me go ahead and play this exercise for you on its own without any metronome, and then we'll do it with the metronome. And with the metronome. Okay, and then finally, our favorite part of this tune, and the reason I say favorite is because it's normally not the favorite, actually. It's normally the part that people have most trouble with. The D throw with the 16th notes, going down to the low G, and then up to the B doubling, and then back to the low G, and up to the D throw. It's a really busy part. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it for you nice and slow, and I would encourage you to do this a lot as well in your own practice, just doing it really nice and slowly without the metronome first, and then only bringing that metronome in when you feel ready. So let me go ahead and play it for you without the metronome. So when I play with the metronome, you'll notice that the section with the 8th note on the D throw combined with the 2/16 notes, that is all going to be one click. And you'll see what I mean when I do it with the metronome here. Okay, so let me finish off here just by showing you how this tune would be played up to speed. And as always, this is not to encourage you to play it at this tempo at all. Actually, I would prefer if you didn't. And keep it around 50 beats per minute to 60 beats per minute while you're first learning the tune. And this is more to just let you know how the tune would be played eventually once you have gotten to that level to be playing it at that tempo, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and set it to 74, and we will see how it sounds there. All right, so that's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.